So I saw Ghostbusters, the 2016 rebooted version. Hi everyone, I'm Brandon Prostek and this is the So I Saw Show, giving you my latest review of the newest film in the Ghostbusters franchise. That's right folks, the one that stars all women including Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones. If you're one of those people that actually thinks that this movie can't be good purely because the Ghostbusters are being played by women opposed to men, you could do two things for me. First things first, you can go yourself and never watch my channel again because I don't really want your view or your opinion on any of my if you're just going to be sexist. And two, yeah, just go ahead and click off this review. This review is not going to be all complaints and bashing. This is going to be, I'm talking about the goods, I'm going to talk about the bads, and then I'm going to give you my overall rating. I'm going to go ahead and kick things off by talking about what I thought were the good parts of the movie. First, couple good things I'd like to talk about. I really enjoyed the performances of Leslie Jones and Kate McKinnon. Were their characters perfect? Of course not. There was a lot of controversy over Leslie Jones's character because she's the only character who isn't a scientist and is someone who just knows New York. But I think Leslie Jones did the best she could with what she was given, and I really laughed at most of her parts opposed to some of the other characters. Kate McKinnon, when you see this movie, you kind of see what kind of sense of humor you enjoy. Very interesting take with her character that, like I said, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. One of the other things that I'm kind of shocked that I actually liked about this movie was the effects with the ghosts. I'm someone that really bugs me when effects are really shitty. But ghosts, them not being real, it's kind of hard to up something that's not real because everyone's design is something new. That final battle scene was not only funny in some parts, it was cool, but it also made the female heroes look badass, and I was glad to see that. See guys, it's not all bashing. There are some things I actually enjoyed in the movie. There are a couple times where I really laughed out loud. But now I'm going to jump on over to the bad side of things. First things first, this film just should have been a continuation of the Ghostbusters universe. The problem with making it a reboot is it's sort of like the problem with superhero movies where they do origin stories. Is we had to show how these characters came together, we had to show them building all the gadgets. It was a lot of like sort of a retread, but I'm not going to complain too much about it because I appreciate that Paul Feig, they had to tackle a very beloved franchise, and it's something that's very hard to do. The thing that studios don't quite understand with the whole rebooting thing is that some general audience members don't quite understand what a reboot is. They don't understand that this isn't Ghostbusters 3. They think that this is just a continuation. I've had to explain to multiple people at work as a film nerd, like, no, reboot means the other one in this movie didn't happen. This is totally new, but the same. Next bad thing I'd like to talk about, Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. Now, I don't mean that they were terrible in this movie. I just think that their humor is very improv based. It's very, riffing off one another. And it's not that it was bad in this movie. Their improv is usually better. It felt kind of flat sometimes. It almost seemed quite obvious. You'll see scenes where they're trying to bounce off one thing and keep going as improvers do, and it almost didn't feel organic to the story. It felt like, are you scientists or improvisers? I saw what they were trying to do. I think this is the type of scenario that as a writer, I like to say that, like, sure, improv's great, but sometimes you just gotta write a good script. Paul Feig was trying to go a million miles an hour. Things were going so damn fast that I was like, are we racing? Like, what is the hurry? That's why it would have made more sense to just have it be in the same universe, is because you don't need to do all those introductions. You're already in the universe, and you kind of have a head start. Chris Hemsworth's character. Here's something that I was surprised. His character was too dumb. They're going with the stereotype that he was just the super hunky guy that was just an idiot. And there's times where his character just doesn't know how to pick up the phone as a receptionist. Like, he almost acts like he's never interacted with the phone before. And I'm like, really? Like, you're in your 30s. That's too dumb. Let's talk about the overall comedy of the movie. Like, was it funny? That's kind of a hard question. I mean, comedy, I still personally think, is the hardest genre. I think that this type of comedy is a very niche comedy. It's like, if you like lots of little jokes, lots of little spittle sprinkled jokes throughout, like, you'll like this. Big question everyone's asking. Does it deserve all of this hate? No, I don't think it does at all. Now, a movie like Fantastic Four, just so f***ing bad, that deserves hate. I was actually texting Charlie Duber, one of the hosts of Movie Trailer Trash, a friend from high school, and he's like, was it good or bad or meh? It's not good. It was not bad by any means. It was just meh. It's a very, very in-the-middle movie. I think I just have to give it my number 3 rating, which is, well, I saw it once. That's all I'll ever need. What did you guys think of Ghostbusters, though? Are you part of the group who is like the girl behind me and my wife in the theater who was in full Ghostbuster gear, who was on the edge of her seat, like, or are you part of the crowd of people that are just like, oh God, this is awful? Or are you like me, that's just like, hey, that's a thing. If you do me a big, huge favor and click this red button right on below here, subscribe to the Entertainment Buffet channel. We have tons of new content coming your way, including sketches, some other web shows in the works. And of course, you could, like I said, check out our podcast, Entertainment Buffet Podcast, on iTunes every other Tuesday. Follow me personally on Twitter. My Twitter's right below down there. If you would like to check out some of my written work, I also have recently become a verified creator for MoviePilot.com. More Entertainment Buffet stuff on Facebook and Twitter as well, or just check out our website, EntertainmentBuffet.com, for all of our stuff. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Now you saw the So I Saw show.